We're back. We're back stepping after a
I
long
miss our old
delay.
music. Can we offer that guy like $5 to use it?
Yeah. This new
What, the
one
old
is
music?
real.
I don't know. The new music's fine. The old music was way better, but
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, the streamer, it's like, you can't use this music. And I don't know, man. I don't care enough to fight
This
it.
new one, it sounds more like a scene change from an 80s sitcom where it's like going from one
Like Al just ate, chased the cat, and now we're going to Buddy or whatever.
I invite both of you to find us a better music.
I like the
Go
one
ahead.
we had. I just said this.
Yeah.
I like it too, but it can't
Can
use
we
anymore. It's
do
gone.
a Vanilla Ice thing where we're like, no, it's not the same as that one goes do 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 do, and our goes do 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 do.
Let's use Perfect Strangers and hanging, not tall, on the wings of our nightmares.
Yeah. Standing short.
Standing tall's on it.
Totally different.
Well, apologies, we've been gone so long here at the FEPCAST. We couldn't get it coordinated last week. I was in Vegas, then we couldn't get it set the week before, the week after. It's just busy. Busy times, travel, holidays.
The holiday
happen.
season.
It's the greatest time to watch Kim Kardashian suck shit on the screen.
That is
No.
yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, we did it to ourselves. We always do it to ourselves. So this week we decided to watch Kim Kardashian in All's Fair and balance that out. Some psycho, I can't remember which one of yours was like, well, we could watch the old, Kim Kardashian show. What's it called?
That was my suggestion.
Yeah. That would
Thank God we didn't go that route.
Could you imagine watching that horrible show and then watching more Kim Kardashian? I mean, granted, she would have been hotter. Her sisters would have been hotter in it, but
she doesn't look real. She looks like AI now.
That's what I was going to say. The only good thing about that would be watching the way that she ballooned her face up with plastic surgery. So you'd see what she looked like as a normal human and the way she looks now, which is an emotionless blob of Botox.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Well, I guess we'll just jump into All's Fair. So All's Fair is on Hulu and stars a cast that must have just been paid a lot of money because it's got Glenn Close in it, who, by the way, also looks like Jack Nicholson's Joker when he's like, after he had the surgery. Like
all the women on this show look really scary, and they think they're hot. They're just like,
yeah, no movement. But it's got that chick. It's got the British blonde chick that was in like King Kong that used to have a career. Then they're like, and also the black lady from Reno 911. You're like, okay, well that makes more sense. Yeah.
Naomi Watts? Is that who you're talking about? She was in
Naomi Watts. Yeah, Naomi Watts is in this. That's her. That's Naomi Watts. Yeah.
I didn't recognize that British woman at all.
Shit.
Yes, shit. That's Naomi Watts. I don't know what they paid Glenn Close and Naomi Watts. I mean, I get it that they're an American Horror Story, which was good for like 2 seasons. It's got the other chick that's always in every American Horror Story too, Susan something or other. Hogarth.
Yeah.
Susan something. And she's also in it terrible. Like they're all in this horrible premise, which is that they're working at a big law firm that does divorces. And they're like, we want to leave and start our own all women's law firm. And their boss is like, go for it. Glenn Close. She's like, go for it. I love that idea. Which on its surface just seems dumb and suspect.
Yeah, obviously they weren't that good at the current law firm. If she's just like, yeah, you guys should leave and start your own law firm. What do I?
They had to leave to become mega bitches.
I had so many problems with this show that I made it through about 35 minutes. And I said, I got enough complaints to fill up 4 hours. I am not subjecting myself to the last 13 minutes of this.
Oh, then you missed out. I had to watch to the end because you missed out on some gold at the end. Buddy.
Well, you can tell me. I can't recall ever hating a cast of characters as much as I hated every single one of these people. The premise is so absurd that I mean, I guess they somehow get every high profile mega divorce or where the
only billionaire.
I've never heard of such a big firm handling just like it was like the firm out of the movie The Firm with Tom Cruise. It was that big and they just do divorces. Like what?
And divorces of like billionaires so that their fee is
okay.
enough to have
are you,
a
a real
private
estate?
flight.
They're paying you $300 million to finish this divorce. Where is all this money coming from? I don't care how many high-profile divorces. You're not having an operating ceiling of like $1 billion like they did.
No.
And in fact, in one of the scenes, and we'll get to this later, I'm sure, one of the lawyers takes a private jet from LA to New York to meet with a prospective client. That's like oil tycoon lawyer money. That is not divorce attorney money. And then
didn't you see, Rico, the size of Kim Kardashian's house?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
her 5 butlers.
10 years later, I'm like, she's worth $100 million from divorces? I don't think so. Like, how many high profile divorce attorneys, how many billionaire divorce attorneys are there in LA? I don't think that many.
No. And especially that only seem to specialize in cases, and I wrote this down, only cases where the women have cheated on their husbands. It seems every case the women have cheated on their husbands, and then these girls come in and they're like, I'm going to be very bitchy. And the husband's like, she cheated on me. I never cheated on her. And then I get fucked. She's stealing all this. They're like, just every man was evil.
Was the goal of the show to get people to hate women?
I think so.
Because
I'm sure.
like, I think I hate women now.
Yeah.
The women on the show think that men are, I guess they think it's still like the 1920s or something, and like women can't vote or anything. It's like they're sticking it to the man with every scene, every conversation they have. Even the opening was like them. The reason they left the law firm originally was because the jokes that the men made while they were sitting in the meetings. And
by the way,
my God, we got to destroy the patriarchy.
This was so at the beginning, like Don's saying, it was 10 years ago. 10. It wasn't 100 years ago. There was nowhere in the country that 10 years ago you could just have a good old boys club mocking women as they're like sitting around the conference to be taking notes on their typewriters. Like
you could if you were
years ago.
The president, Bill Clinton. That's what it reminds me of.
Me Too was in 2006. So this is 10 years.
Couldn't have been that long.
No,
I just looked it up. It says 2006.
When was Harvey Weinstein? That was like right around 2016, I think, right?
It started in 2006. Oh, no, went viral in 2017. So, yeah, so this is right at the Me Too movement, Rico. So I guess this is during Me Too. So they're Me Tooing. So in their defense,
still, there was
I don't want to defend the writing on the show, which is the worst I've ever seen in my entire life. The worst I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's very bad.
That just didn't happen. There would be a million different discrimination lawsuits,
especially at a law firm.
Like, I didn't even get the one joke that they said was so offensive. She's like, the old lawyer's like, I didn't say that was my elbow. Like, what?
Yeah. All right. So
what are you talking about? I don't get it.
Rubbed his wiener on something?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's a wiener.
Yeah, like,
hilarious.
Honestly, if your dick can get high enough that people think it's your elbow, give it to them.
Yeah.
That shouldn't even be something you can sue over. That's just like, wow, that's 9 inches of dick.
Law of sexual harassment.
That's outside the realm of suable disagreements, ma'am.
And they were just in the room for the joke, and it's like, all right, so you get offended, and now you're going to start your own law firm, and for some reason, you have no trouble becoming multi-hundred millionaires with this crappy ass idea.
So that was like at the there was. So that was like one of the beginning scenes. Is after they quit, Kim Kardashian and the other girl go to a third girl, and they're like, "We want you to come with us. Within 2 years, you'll be a full partner and a multi-millionaire." Like, really? From
you go, girl.
Okay. Yeah, you're filling a market that had not yet been filled in LA. There was no high profile divorce attorneys in LA in 2015. The market was crying out for a three woman boutique divorce.
But Rico, they didn't have the market cornered on being bitchy divorce attorneys. That's what these girls really have it on. The dialogue in this show is so bad. Like the whole opening scene where they're recruiting the other women is like Ocean's 11 written by 8-year-olds. And then all the dialogue is the exact same. It's this like quote unquote clever, bitchy, bitchy women dialogue. None of it's good. All of it falls dead flat. And all of it's delivered in a deadpan because Kim Kardashian can't act. Right. The other chicks are phoning it in or hamming it up. It's like I've never seen good actresses be so bad.
Okay, the hamming it up part. There was a scene where there was like a fourth female attorney that they didn't invite to join the firm.
The chick from American Horror Story, yeah.
And she goes into Glenn Close's office and starts freaking out. And I'm like, is this a real scene? Because it was so non-believable. Like they had
she's like throwing
5 seconds to do a take, and it was the worst acting I think I can ever recall seeing. Her
until later. Until later when she did it again, there was a whole scene 10 years later where apparently this chick's so mad, even though she's still the chick that they ditched, took over the law firm that these girls left and is still making apparently millions of dollars, sends them a bouquet, an edible bouquet that she's like typing and they're reading a letter out loud. And by the way, the exposition in this show, they keep going back to these 3 chicks talking, and it's so painful and so awful that they keep talking through this shit, not showing any of it. But they go, it's the chick from American Horror Story, the lead Susan. And she's like, I just want to send you a congratulations edible bouquet. Each one of these has been coated in feces and urine. And I just want you to know, I hope you burn in hell. And she's acting it out and like yelling. And then at the end of it, she's like, it's just
and then that's the funny.
Give me the Emmy rating.
Right. The whole premise is they're supposed to be these strong, sophisticated women that are so classy and powerful, but then they at the same time show a woman who's like unhinged and crazy and mad at them because they're a success, which both scenarios don't make any sense. Like no woman would be pissed off because other women started a law firm. And no women would start a law firm and be that business, successful.
I don't know
liberal.
I don't know about that. Women can hold a grudge for a very long time, Don. I don't know. That's the one maybe realistic part of this entire story. But to your point,
but they're not sending edible arrangements dipped in butthole. I mean,
right? Yeah,
which that should be the $1 million business that they start. I want to know where you get feces covered, salmonella, fruit.
We edible ass arrangements.
They just set up shop outside a Taco Bell, and they're like, "Sir, can you go into the bathroom real quick?"
They just like
chick in 90 Day Fiance should start it that sold her farts until she had a heart attack from farting too hard in jars.
They drag it on the floor of a homeless encampment, and they're like, "Here you go. Here's your LA bouquet, bouquet LA."
So the show, it's so absurd. Like they're like, okay, well, they're cheersing and they're having their wonderful time. And they're like, all right, what are our cases coming up? Well, we've got a multi-billionaire, and he's
but when they were sitting around the table, they're like, everyone, give us your favorite case of the last 10 years. And the way they talked about it was so like phony. Like, I'll never forget the case of John Smith, who we all recall did this. Who talks like this?
That's the way every exposition scene was. Every time they were all together, they're like, it just every single time. Well, you'll remember that we went undercover and you were taking photos of the guy. They're like, I love doing that. Like, just show it.
We made a lot of money doing that. And then Kim Kardashian goes, you guys all know my favorite case is the next case.
Yeah. There's no subtlety or nuance, by the way, in the writing. Have you noticed that? There's no like alluding to something happened. They just say what is going to happen or what has happened explicitly.
It's like a 7-year-old writes a story for second grade, and this is exactly how the second grader would write.
Yeah.
And Kim said, hey, guys, that was fun. Remember that? This is what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't leave anything to imagination. But
No. And there's no challenges. Everything. So they have two cases. One is a guy, it's like a 50 Shades of Grey type of thing. It's a guy who apparently, took this waitress who's unattractive, but a multimillionaire waitress that's about to get her big break. But this multimillionaire is like, come, marry me. And he wines and dines her. And they called it something stupid. They're like, he did the bait and switch. They all say it at the same time.
oh yeah, love bomb.
Love bomb. He loved bomb.
Yeah, they're using all these buzzwords that are like
that don't
popular
exist
among children, not 50-year-old women that they are.
So this
he
guy
love bombed me.
Apparently gives this chick the world and then chains her up. Well, not chains her physically, but is put into a prenup, and he's got all these sexual things that he wants to do. And he brings in a third lady to do more sexual stuff. And this, young waitress who's had her life ruined because she's in this prenup and can't leave and now has no career. She falls in love with the third woman, and they're lesbians in love. And remember, she was Rapunzel. So that's what they called it. Rapunzel up in the tower. And of course, she was going to fall in love with a beautiful lesbian third party. And she deserves to be happy with this third party lesbian lover and get $210 million.
Wasn't Rapunzel locked in the tower by her dad?
Oh, the evil step queen, I thought.
Yeah, so it's not like Rapunzel got married to a guy and then he left her up there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Don's right about the origin of Rapunzel. But okay, so I had a problem with this because the woman says she's locked up in her home all day, right? She can't leave. She don't have the freedom to leave. She has no movement outside the home at all. Where is she telling this story?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. At the lawyer's office.
I'm only allowed to go into
the lawyer's office. Can't leave the house, bitch.
Not even a Zoom call. A believable Zoom call.
Right, yeah.
Nonsense. Yeah.
Ridiculous. And then, so this story, there's two stories. They're both equally stupid. So they're like, oh my God, this poor lady. So they go to this dominatrix. Apparently this millionaire not only has these two lesbian lovers that he's banging, but he has even crazier sexual fetishes, because this is a Ryan Murphy show after all. So he has a secret dominatrix that he's going to get all sorts of butt plugs put in. And I love this scene. They walk in, the lawyers walk into this dominatrix's office. And she goes, and supposedly she just gives salt scrubs and stuff. They walk in and she's like, are you here for a salt scrub? And they're like, we know, why we're here. We know this guy. And she's like, well, if you're not here for pleasure and you're here for business, I don't want to talk to you. And then they go, Kim Kardashian goes, business is my pleasure. And she's like, all right, well then this way to my sex dungeon. Let's talk. Like,
business is
what the fuck is that flip? You just sell your clients out immediately because she said business is her pleasure? Like, what are you talking about? Who would do that?
Somehow in the history of this dominatrix business, no one had ever gone and asked her for information before, and she never thought hey, maybe this my reputation and my business depends on me being discreet and quiet and not talking to other lawyers.
Well, but they're going to pay her $10 million if the Rapunzel gets her settlement, Rico. But it was just so absurd that she's like, oh, well, if your business is your pleasure, I'll talk to you. After 10 seconds before saying she's not going to talk to her.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, just spill all the beans.
Yeah. And she does. And she spills all the beans. And she gives them photos of the guy dressed up as a little piggy, having people suckle his pretend piggy teats and anal dildo. It was so fucking stupid. So edgy. So butt plug. And then, of course, immediately, because there's no challenges in this show, immediately they go in the courtroom, they go in the lawyer's meeting room, and they sit down with the millionaire pervert's lawyers and show them this stuff. And the lawyers go, you can't admit that in court. How about you go fuck yourselves? Which is exactly what they should say. And predictably, there's no drama here. The guy just immediately that did all the sexual stuff is like, here's a check. No one's hearing about this. All right, done. That was exciting. What a wonderful roller coaster.
For a lost show, isn't that called revenge porn? Isn't that a felony? It's so you're threatening to commit a felony to win a court case. this is the way this is going to go down. You're going to get reported to the judge and the state bar, and you're going to lose your license, bitch. So there goes your ticket. Oh, but only a non-seasoned divorce attorney could never think about that.
And it's funny that they're supposedly these really great lawyers, and they don't show them in court one time.
Yeah,
they're
just so good. They just win.
In court.
Yeah, they've just never done any trial or anything. They just prance around in their jet with their high heels and their Maseratis, and then like, we just solved the world's problems just by being hot lawyers.
I think the other case that they showed on the show pissed me off even more.
Absolutely.
Where she goes to New York.
Yep.
If that's the other case, maybe there was one I missed.
Yeah.
That one made me even more furious. One, because she's taking a private jet to meet a client living in New York. Who, just because you get married in California doesn't mean that's forever the jurisdiction everything gets governed in. Like, you got married in California, so therefore I take precedent. No, you're practicing law. There's so many problems with this fucking show. If it's supposed to be a legal show, at least have some semblance of going by legal rules.
Yeah.
Well, Kim Kardashian got a couple of people freed, which I like about her, but then she was like, I'm a lawyer. And she was the legal consultant.
Lawyer. I think
I'm sure she was the legal consultant on the show.
I don't think she ever passed the necessary exams.
The one hiccup in her plans is passing the bar.
Well, then her backup plan was
pause the show for a minute. Thank you, Texan spy historian. He says, I'll repost this and share next for whatever. We'll try to do that to get you some more views. What should I say about it? What should you say about it, guys?
Shitting on Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. If you hate Kim Kardashian, we're the show for you.
Or Kim Kardashian plus giant butt plugs plus piggy nipple sucking. FEPCAST. That is what we're talking about.
Equals, yeah.
Profit.
So the beginning scene of when she first gets to New York, she goes to this, nice townhome that's being guarded by private security who won't let her in to a private residence. So she threatens to call 911 and get him charged with kidnapping and sex trafficking. And of course, this guy has an IQ of 1 because he's like, okay, come on in. It's like, okay, please make this phone call. And I would love to see any policeman come down here and say, me refusing entry to some random person into a private residence equals kidnapping. Mm-hmm. Please, let's see how this plays out.
Well, in California law, we're allowed to do whatever we want.
Yeah. Absurd.
If that was that story is most people would be governed by Vegas law because they go to Vegas to get married. Yeah.
That should have been the guy's response. Like, we may have been married in California, but I got it notarized in Idaho. Kim
Kardashian's like, did Elvis give you permission to keep the money? Because if he did, Vegas law says. So yeah, this other story. Again, multi-billionaire. These people are all billionaires. No, Texas spy historian. Kardashian did not have the butt plug. The millionaire had the butt plugs go up his butt, but they exposed him as a pervert, and that's how they got the $210 million.
They threatened to out him with revenge porn, which is always revenge porn strategy in any divorce proceeding. Maybe that's not why I'm not a billionaire divorce attorney.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, 90 Day Fiance divorce attorney, though, you're in, and also 90 Day Fiance K1. Yeah. So the other story, it also pissed me off immensely because it's a guy who's, again, a millionaire, billionaire, something like that. He's married to a chick.
Dexter's dad.
He's married to a woman who
these days.
cheated on him. She banged their chef, and apparently that's okay because he had been not giving her the affection that she deserved. That's the whole premise here. She's able to keep the money, and this chick flies out to fucking New York, goes in there, gets admitted, and she's like, oh, you have all this jewelry he gave you. And she's like, yes, I have all this jewelry, $40 million, and this is a missed anniversary, and this is a missed birthday. I mean, well, the guy's never cheated on her. He's given her these things, and he misses these things. He's missing these birthdays and anniversaries. So they march out.
Making money.
Yes, exactly. So they march out. This chick's lived the life of a queen, cheats on him. He's never cheated on her. There's no evidence he's done anything wrong. And there's a
He
scene where
didn't
he's like,
look at her with affection anymore.
I'm getting
He
to
didn't
that.
lust after
I'm
this old
getting to
bag
that.
like he
It
did
was
when
the
she was in her
worst,
20s.
the worst scene. It was like it was not even Hallmark movie worthy. She's marching out with all her jewelry worth $40 million. And he goes, you're just leaving and taking all that stuff. Did you ever love me? And she goes, once when you looked at me with affection, I cheated on you because the chef looked at me.
The way
I wanted you to
used
look at me. I loved you once, but not now. And that was it. It was worse. It was soap opera writing.
It was
the worst scene I've ever
bad.
seen in my life. And this guy's just like, okay, good luck. And apparently she can keep the jewels because she's married in California and you're allowed to keep all the gifts.
I had another problem with that. That's you can't go in anticipation of divorce. You can't go be like
hoarding,
manipulating assets like that.
Yeah, it'll all be subject to the whatever the judge.
Oh, as long as we hide the money in an offshore account before the divorce gets initiated, we're fine. Like, no, you can't do that, you fucking bitch.
No.
Yeah. Well, it is terrible.
The next time I watch this show, it better be when they're all disbarred.
Let's hope. Well, it'll be canceled before that for sure. Probably
hold on.
Judging by the
Let me fill you in. Let me fill you in on what you missed, Rico.
Oh, please.
So what you missed was that at the end of the show, Kim Kardashian's married to some football star, apparently. And there was a scene earlier where he comes home and pretends to forget her anniversary and gives her a giant ring the size of a robin's egg. And then she puts her giant ass on him. And at the end of the show, he's like, I'm not happy. I'm not happy in this house with you, this pristine giant house. And he's like, I met someone else. So she has to sit down with the gal pals, right?
But they alluded to this earlier in the show. Maybe you missed it.
Rico's right because the
black girl who was going to study for the bar.
Well, yes.
She got a text
message from Chad.
I missed that. That must have been when my eyes are closed and I was hating my life watching it.
Yeah.
Just listening.
I temporarily removed my eyes from my head.
I fallen asleep for 10 minutes to watch this piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I missed that. Because the scandal's revealed. He leaves Kim Kardashian and goes and meets up with the black chick protege at the firm.
How much later in the timeline was this? Because why would you give someone like a $10 million ring to leave them 2 weeks later?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Just leave then, dude. Leave before that.
Like, you know what? I'm going to keep my $10 million. Much better.
Well, maybe you spent her money.
Or give it to the chick that you're banging that's not your wife. Yeah, give her the ring.
Well, who apparently at the very end, the chick that he's banging, the black chick protege at this new women's law firm, she's like, I wanted to find out. I can't wait. And that chick, she had an ugly head, but a nice body. Let's say that. She's got a man head. Black chick, man face. Hot body, man face.
She looked like a young chick.
Like Terrell Lewis with a hot body.
Yeah, she looked like a young chick who got a bunch of plastic surgery. It looks really weird the way her face.
Yeah, they all look like they had a lot of plastic surgery.
Even
that was a requirement for the show.
Except for the blonde one, she looked like she just kind of aged like a normal woman.
She probably has a little Botox here and there, but she didn't have like the plumpers and the fillers and the Glenn Close treatment where they stretch your face out and
Kim
then sew it back on your
Kardashian.
head.
The funny scene is I guess she's sad because she got broken up with by her husband, and the other girls come to console her while they sit around, and she turns and it looks like she was trying to cry, but her face can't move or show emotions because of all this. So it was just like she had watery eyes.
It looks like she's taking a shit. She's just like,
like that's supposed to be her crying because her eyes, they just like spritzed it a little, but she can't really make any facial expressions, which is pretty sad too. So no wonder the guy left you. I mean, you're basically just like a bunch of clay. You look awful.
Well, and the biggest bitches in the world. All of them are the biggest bitches in the world. Like, why would he say he's young and handsome? Oh, I love the whole scene, by the way. She goes, you know what? I don't know. I knew it wasn't going to work out. And the girls are like, we knew it wasn't going to work out. She's like, I don't know why I married him because I didn't have enough self-confidence. That's why I had to marry a young, hot piece of man.
Yeah.
I didn't believe in myself. And I'm just sitting there. just sitting there laughing.
I knew it wasn't going to work out. They had been married for 5, so she had been sitting on this for 5 years.
Apparently. She had low self-esteem, Rico. This chick who had enough self-esteem to leave her law firm 10 years ago and create the #1 women's millionaire divorce firm had low enough self-esteem to marry a football star. You know how it goes. You know how it works.
Yeah.
That's consistent if I've ever heard it.
It is a awful, I don't know. It's like Kim Kardashian wanted to be a lawyer in real life, couldn't cut it. So she goes, I'll just pretend to be one now. And then she's like pretending to be herself as a lawyer who just walks around spending a bunch of money on opulent, very luxurious things, which no, lawyers got like sweaty faces. They're working hard. They're like reading all the time. It's like constant work.
Well,
like,
they don't have to read because they don't need to know any law to be billionaire lawyers.
Yeah,
I love that. The one black chick
somehow they just get all
also
the
is apparently a private investigator, or is she just a private investigator and not a lawyer?
I'm
confused about her role.
Yeah, that was confusing to start because you're like, in a couple of years, you're going to be a partner and a multi-millionaire.
You're like, you're a partner. It's Glasgow, fuckball, and nuts, and you're like, well, nuts is a private detective.
All they showed her was driving around, not even driving, getting driven around, and then taking some photographs from the backseat of a car. And she's like, "Oh, I found some information." Man.
No one else could do that.
Yeah, all she did was follow people around and take photos. The world
revolutionary. She revolutionized the PI business in LA.
It should have been Kardashian.
Wait, you can take pictures of people? What?
TMZ is better at investigating stuff.
They should have brought back. It should have been Kardashian, Watson, Parmesan, and had Gene Parmesan from Arrested Development, the best private dick of the business.
I love Gene Parmesan.
You could have pulled off an elephant mask holding balloons. That would have saved the show.
Oh. That would have.
Who is this show supposed to cater? Obviously not.
I have no idea.
You know, stills to watch the Kardashians.
I don't even know women that would like this show. It seems like maybe like hate-filled women that think the world should be that way.
Trans people who hate women and want to eliminate them.
A man pretending to be a woman who hates
Bruce
men,
Jenner.
who loves
It's like, I want to make a show for Bruce. He hates women and he hates lawyers. He hated my dad.
That would be a huge twist if one of the old men lawyers in the old firm became a woman and then demanded to join the firm. That would be a twist worth watching.
Sued for discrimination.
And then they get sued for discrimination. That would be awesome.
A former athlete wants to join our firm. Should we let her?
I'm here, baby. Let's go. Let's do this. It's Caitlin time.
All right. What do you give it? Let's move on to Dream of Jeannie. What do you give the show?
A F- because it's the fucking worst show I've ever seen.
I am not giving this show a grade. It doesn't deserve an F-. This is the worst fucking show I've ever watched in my life. And they should be blackballed from the entertainment business in its entirety, forever, anyone involved with the show.
Yeah, Hulu
I gave it a G.
Below trash.
Yeah, exactly. I gave it a G for garbage. FG. There's one thing lower than F and it's G because this show is pure fucking garbage. I've never seen. I agree. I thought we hit rock bottom several times.
That's our new.
To show you, there's always a lower level you can sink to, and
our
this
new
show
format,
is the lowest of the low.
New format of our show is trying to find worse shows to watch than this show.
That's impossible.
Yeah,
even the old where the guy, like the kid wore a meat helmet or something. That was like an Emmy show compared to this. This is so fucking trash. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It got greenlit, and they probably spent millions and millions of dollars on this.
Yeah,
it's getting a second season because people are watching it. I presume hate.
Oh
watching
my god!
No one's watching. No, it has like a 3 point on IMDb. 3.3.
Kim Kardashian is probably paying for it herself because
there's no way anyone's watching this.
I mean, like renting the cars, renting the houses, just for the shooting this garbage has got to be expensive. So someone's making money off of it, but it ain't, but it's not because the viewers are watching it.
Some kind
It
of
ain't me.
And the whole
money
time
laundering scheme.
it was just Ozempic and GLP-1 ads as I'm watching the show. So
Yeah.
I think we know their target demo. Fragile.
All right. All right.
You get
moving on.
mad just even seeing previews for this in the future.
It's terrible.
All right,
let's move on to I Dream of Jeannie, a little palette cleanser from the old school days, black and white, not even colored.
Oh,
Black and
okay.
white, I Dream of Jeannie. At least mine was. I watched it on Roku channel, not Tubi. So
it was black and white.
okay. So yeah, I thought interesting start. I like the way it starts. They're like, oh, good luck, spaceman. So the lead character is going off into space. He works for NASA. And they're like, we're going to launch you into space. And they're like, oh, I hope you make it back. You're getting married next week. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, why don't you move the wedding up a week? Wouldn't you want to be like, you know what? I might never come back. I might blow up.
What's the point? If you're the chick, what do you want to marry a guy who's going to die?
He knows what divorce are like.
You're exploded in space. Yeah, you're divorced right then, and you get all of his assets. Like what?
Maybe
there's no
he
downside.
didn't want her to have the
If you were
assets.
Kim Kardashian, you would advise this woman to marry that space cadet.
All right.
Well, it's a different time. Thank God.
Yeah.
We should go back. So what is this? The 50s, early 60s?
I think it's the 60s.
Because he's going to orbit, but so he's
not going to the moon.
Earth.
65.
Yeah, okay. I don't think we didn't land on the moon until 69.
Landed on the moon, right?
No, I think that was in 1969. So they were still sending, and they were probably sending him to orbit because I think that's what the Russians did back in those days. So the Russians do it, and then the U.S. goes, "We'll make a show about it." I don't
hey,
awesome.
Hey,
Sydney,
what's his name? Sydney, what's the guy that shows him? Sydney Feingold? No, Sydney something.
There's no Jewish astronauts back.
The guy who made the show. He's made other shows too. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a Jewish guy for sure.
Sherwood Schwartz.
It's something like that.
Schwartz Gold.
That guy from the Brady Bunch. But anyway,
we've contributed a lot to television. I'm the
Sydney Sheldon.
I'm probably the worst contribution that a Jew's made.
Sydney Sheldon.
It's about time the Jewish population had some representation in Hollywood. I'll tell you that much.
That's right. We can't. Yeah.
Behind the scenes too long.
By the way, this show was made as a counterpoint to Bewitched. They were like, they got witches, we got genies.
Yes,
literally.
I think they were
like, "What? We can't make another witch show
at the same time."
What's the thing? Like, what's like a witch? But that's not a witch. They're like a genie. And they're like, Sydney, you've done it again. And they had more
Sydney,
hang their secretaries.
Happy Hanukkah, Sydney. We're going again. It's gonna be a great high season.
So I had a problem with this show almost immediately.
Of course,
guy is launched, into orbit, but it fails, and he lands on a desert island, and like immediately, well, he builds an SOS out of rocks,
kind of Gilligan-y.
Yeah, but right after that, he discovers a bottle. And he rubs it, and a genie comes out.
That's right.
And he cannot wait to get off the island to get back to his fiance.
Right?
Buddy, slow down.
And what does the genie do, by the way? Super hot Barbara Eden, gorgeous blonde, pops out. First thing she does, runs up, makes out with him. And he's like, well, got to put an end to this. Yeah, I better wish
I'm an almost a married man, and this is the
situation.
No, seriously,
you're on a desert island.
She'd have made it worse. It's like, buddy, this is your bachelor party. Come on.
Well, they got to show what they wanted American men to do at the time. We were getting attacked by hot blondes everywhere we went, and so they had to say, well, slow down, man. Make sure you got the old lady at home. It's like,
well, the thing
opposite of Mad Men.
Yeah, right. Well, the thing that they do, they launch him into space, and they're like, he went a little off course. Well, Never gonna find him again. No radar, no tracking chips, no nothing. They're like, he's on a desert island.
Sent a monkey.
Yeah, right. You didn't have anything in the ship to track him with. You don't have any other radar. They're like, oh, he went off course. I don't know what to tell you. Probably
That's
dead.
the one flaw in the space program is you can't track anyone.
And it happened almost
You're on your own.
How many square miles are you searching? It happened almost immediately into the flight. He can only be like 100 miles away. Search out 100 miles around the stadium, around the
20 miles off the coast of Miami.
Original NASA tracking was just a guy outside like this. Oh, we lost him.
I got him. I went by a tree. Lost him. You said you have me? Nope. Kite got in the way.
They're like, Phil, you would be able to track that balloon so well. How did you miss this guy?
So yeah, the genie pops out and he's just like, oh my God, fuck this. And she's like, I just want to pleasure you. I'm here for you, master. And for some reason, she starts speaking Arabic, which makes sense. And he's like, speak English. She's like, okay. And she's saying thee all the time. Like, why?
Old English.
Why are you doing that? If you're speaking,
she's been in that bottle for 2,000 years. So, her
wasn't around 2,000 years ago.
Limited. I didn't know that there was
old
2,000 years ago.
Should have been speaking Latin. That would probably make more sense.
Yeah, exactly. So he finds this bottle. This hot genie pops out. He gives her smooches. I wondered if you just put your dick in the bottle, she'll start sucking it. I don't know. That's just where my brain went. But
that's why you do. That's what you do with every bottle. I mean, it's gotten you in trouble before.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. The one time I don't. Some other guy's going to stick his dick in that. It's going to be a dick sucking genie in that bottle.
I mean,
every time.
Magical bottles, you never know what could happen. I mean, sticking your dick in a whole nother dimension. Could be a goblin touching it.
Just your dick. So
obviously, this guy wasn't a dick thinker.
No.
His name was
not Dick Sargent.
Yeah.
So he wishes for a helicopter, and he's like, oh, it flies in here. It's got a whirly gate. Now she's never seen a helicopter, but she's like, oh, you mean like this? And makes a helicopter appear in the sky, which happens to have his two friends in it. This Navy helicopter that know him. Big coincidence.
And unlimited gas. Since they're so far off course that he can fly back home, and they don't know where they're at.
How did
they know how to get home?
I wonder how they got there. Like,
they said they got blown off course.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Blown off course. Also, this chick, they're not that far away from him. He's like, hey, and they're like, okay, there he is. He's sitting there with the bikini model on the beach. These guys apparently just don't see her. They don't ask, like, what happened to that hot blonde chick that you were making out with
pilots
1 minute ago?
Notorious for bad vision.
It's true.
Yeah. What kind of pilot wants to see things?
Absurd.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gets rescued. They get him home, and he's with his fiance. They go into his house, and the genie is showering there for some reason. And she comes out and
doesn't have a shower in 2,000 years. I mean, she's staying.
Yeah.
No showers in the bottle. She's like, I haven't showered in 2,000 years. She's in the bottle. You just spit it.
Because he set her free, as he said when he was leaving the island.
Yes, that's an important note. So
then she decides to be free in his house. And his fiance she was like put off by the fact that some girl just got out of his shower. She caused a scene, though. Maybe this was just how girls in the 60s acted. I mean, we go back to those
showering all the time.
She's like, I'm tolerant. Yeah, she's like, I'm tolerant, but
the women's movement.
This is really pushing the limits. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And she's like, I'm just gonna leave. And for some reason, not immediately call her general father.
Yeah.
And be like, guess what? No. What a record. This is a world record set for a woman not immediately telling her father to come over. Who is her dad? This guy's boss is her dad. Just immediately like, guess what? He's banging some blonde whore. Fire immediately, Dad.
No, took him very well. It's like,
Quaalude,
go home and
don't forget, Rico.
There's
all
probably a logical
were on heavy doses of depressants and amphetamines.
What was the drug they used to have back then that you can't get anymore?
Quaaludes.
Morphine.
They're on Quaaludes. She was looted out of her gourd. She's like, I don't know if I saw that or not. I better just keep my dumb mouth shut. I don't want to mess this up.
They call them Mama's Little Helpers.
Yeah.
It's a better time.
I know. The lewd days.
Yeah. Why do we have to miss out on this?
No.
So
Now everybody's loaded on Ozempic and fucking Kim Kardashian shows.
Great. So then he, what does he throw the bottle away? I thought this was a funny scene. He like throws the bottle away, but then the garbage men come in the middle of the day. Or usually garbage men come a little earlier than like 2 PM, but maybe it's different time. I don't know. And which is good because he had been previously, like, the army was kind of thinking he was going a little crazy when he was talking about he had a hallucination of a genie, who also, that psychiatrist clearly didn't abide by any confidentiality, privilege. after that scene where he talks to the shrink about hallucinating a genie, the psychiatrist immediately calls the general and tells him confidential medical information.
Well, I mean, I can understand that. The guy's flying a multi-million-dollar rocket up in the air. You don't want to fly over the rings.
But they had been proclaiming, like, kind of, putting the seed in the other army officer's mind that this guy's crazy. And what does he do is when they go to his house, he's trying to buy garbage out of the stuff. That was a good scene. I enjoyed it.
There was a great line. Yeah. I can't remember if it was like if it was the psychiatrist or one of the other generals. He's like, all right, well, come along with us, Captain. We'll buy you all the garbage you want. Placate the man. So yeah, so he goes back in, and they eventually, the general comes over, right? And there's a whole weird scene where Jeannie makes his whole flat, his whole apartment into like a belly dancing ball from back in the day. He's like, oh, I'd love to see that. She made it all that. There's
like kind a harem of a funny club.
Scene. Yeah, like a harem. And of course, the general and the daughter are coming over right then to check on him. And he ends up in a turban outfit talking to his neighbors because he thinks that a smoke cloud is Jeannie coming from their grill. That was kind of a funny scene. He's like, turn it back. You can't be hiding in my closet or whatever. And the husband gets all mad because he thinks he's hitting on his wife.
He's like, oh, it's talking to smoke.
Yeah, he's talking to smoke. You don't understand, sir. Oh, speaking of smoke, there's a funny scene where Jeannie is a smoke cloud just floating around the living room. And I was watching it just thinking that's exactly what I am every morning when I wake up. Just right after I wake up, just walking around the living room, just blasting out the night's farts.
Yeah. You're a fart cloud.
You living in that household.
Yeah. So it, at the end of the episode, they leave him alone. He goes to bed, right? It's kind of like, hey, I was joking. He tries to pretend that Jeannie was a joke because they'd played jokes on him before. And these guys buy it, kind of. One guy, the psychiatrist, doesn't quite buy it, but kind of buys it. So he gets out of it for the night. And then he's like, Jeannie, you staying here? I'm going to bed. And of course, Jeannie's like, ho, I'm going to be a naughty little bitch. And she turns into smoke, goes under his door. And all you hear him go is, Jeannie, no, get out of here. And then she comes back out and then winks at the camera. It was the 60s.
Yeah, she
Are we thinking that she was in there naked, just shaking them tots around?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. This show was made for, I think, hippies, people that like weed. That's where the smoke is everywhere. It's like playful. The swinger movement is just starting. A different time.
The genie was also talking a lot of shit about his fiance, and I think she was making good points.
Yeah,
she was saying like, "Oh, she's so cold; she can never please you or make you happy." And when you think about it, you're like, so you just want to do whatever will make me happy for the rest of my life, and you could take me to this cool shit, like you take me to that harem place, and like,
never have to work again. Give you whatever you want.
It was like the perfect balance of guys going, why should I get married? I just have a girlfriend that's kind of like a wild blonde. This would be a way more fun life.
Well, I mean, more than just a wild blonde. It's Jeannie every day, all day, every day. Like there's even if you love your wife, I love my wife. Look, if a hot blonde magic genie came in here, I'd be like, well, I'm going to set her up. I'll wish
You
for
would
some very
say,
nice things for her.
You should
I'll make
go
sure
on
she's very well taken care of. But I think I got to go with this genie.
like Aladdin said, let me
what
take
you'd
you on a
like-
magic carpet ride.
Name anything.
Yeah, right. She won't even remember me. I'll make that wish. I'm like, I just want to be very happy.
I think your
my
wife would be
kids
like,
around.
okay, have fun. Go have. Just make sure you're back for dinner. Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Or you just make the very
here.
simple wish that your wife just never finds out about you and the genie. That's a simple wish, right? There you go. Problem solved.
And you still
Right
got 2
there.
more wishes.
Do what
after
you
that.
want. Problem solved. Every time she catches you, I'm like, wish she didn't figure that out.
Well, that was the other thing too.
All right,
was
done.
that-
Men in Black, that whole thing. Cool.
Yeah. Well, also like the idea that you could have a girlfriend and then like your wife comes into the room and she just turns into smoke.
Yeah.
It's all good.
What are you
Hey, what is-
talking about?
Wait a minute. I thought I saw a blonde naked chick in here. Oh, there's nobody in here but me and this smoke. It's all good.
This guy really had the world by the balls, and he
Just
Yeah.
actually trying to fuck it up.
Yeah,
And
what
this
are you
guy,
gonna
we're
say?
supposed to believe that this guy's an astronaut. This
Yeah.
idiot who can't figure
the
out what's in
dumbest, the
front of his
world's
face.
dumbest astronaut.
No
Yeah.
wonder we didn't actually land on the moon. Fucking-
He went to land on the moon, but he was too busy getting blown by a genie. He's like, what?
I'll go tomorrow.
Why go to the moon when you can put your wiener in a lamp?
Yeah. Amen.
That's a T-shirt.
All right.
Give it. What grades?
Go ahead, Rico. You go first.
I'll give it a B minus. I mean, it was charming in ways. It was kind of dumb, but it was fine. I laughed a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
I'm on the B. I'll give it just a solid B. It was, it's back in the old days where making shows was harder, and I think they tried harder to make shows. Well, I mean, it seemed like they didn't care as much. That's why I like it. It's like nowadays you have all these different things that they worry about, whether they're making sure they're not offending certain groups or anything. I just liked that it was kind of a simple show, simple, funny. But they didn't care. They made a stupid premise about a genie and a guy, and they made jokes about it. And I think it went for multiple seasons.
5 seasons, right?
And it did like transfer. I think it starts in black and white, goes into color, right? So then,
eventually.
they kind of help bring color TV into the world. So if we didn't have good shows like that, then they would have made color TV. So.
I'll go with B minus. Although it was funny, the next episode starts off with the greatest intro. It's like, whatever was an astronaut, and he crashed on a desert island, and he found a bottle, but it wasn't any bottle. It was a genie bottle, and it's like, whoa! I was like, they broke it down perfectly.
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining the concept of the
Stupid.
show. I didn't
That's-
immediately get it from
He
the title
crashed
of the show.
He
That's
crashed
how-
on an island.
That's the
It
whole
wasn't any
format.
bottle.
That's how the Kim Kardashian show is formatted.
Do you remember
would you
that
say, Luke?
time we all crashed on an island, and then what happened?
We
Yep,
found
we
a
found a
bottle.
Mhm.
And I married him.
We wish to be super cunts. And
Yep.
they granted the wish. Amazing.
I love that wish for you.
All
Very
right.
good.
So next episode,
Yeah, you better pick something crappy.
I just wrote down. Hold on. I just wrote down some episode. Hold on. FEPCAST. Let me look in our sheet, our Google Doc sheet, because there's something I thought of that's hilarious in every possible way. Talk amongst
Like a
yourselves
new
for
show? I'm
Why am I
looking to
so
see
delayed?
what is new.
Yeah, I can't think of any
It's gonna take me a while.
new shows during Christmas. It was like a Family Guy Christmas episode. You can watch that. That's old or new.
Yeah, I guess we should do a Christmas. Review. Okay, for an old show. Well, for an old show, we could do the Star Wars Christmas special if we could find it. One of the worst shows ever made.
Is it Family Guy?
No.
No. It's a 1980s actual Christmas special from Star Wars. That's one of the worst things ever made.
It's probably on Disney Plus then, if it's a Star Wars product.
I don't
The
think it's.
Star Wars Holiday Special. I think this is what you're talking about. 2.2 out of 10. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sounds
Oh,
like
yeah.
1978.
Oh,
You got
Is it on
mine.
Disney Plus?
Got to buy it.
Buy it.
I don't feel like buying it. Well, one of the things I was saying for an old show is Review. Have you guys ever watched Review?
Never heard of it.
Oh my God.
I've never.
All right. Let's do Review. It's a recent, well, maybe 10 years old. It's a show where the premise is the guy reviews everyday experiences, and it gets darker and darker and darker. It's really, really funny.
All right.
So let's do Review for the old show. For the new show, I mean, is there a new Christmas show? I mean, it's all Christmas movies, right?
Yeah, or it's like, Christmas episodes within old shows.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's
not really. Nobody.
I'm asking Grok real quick.
We can watch. Let's see.
Stranger Things is out now, but that would be an old show because I think they just released their final season.
No, I haven't seen anything. Stranger Things. Not a fan.
I'd be surprised if there were a lot of new shows debuting this month, to be honest, because usually Christmas time you don't roll out new stuff.
You'd have to go to like just what came out in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we just think on this? We'll sleep on it. We also got to figure out when we're going to do it, because 2 weeks from now is Christmas Day. A week after that is New Year's Day.
Yeah, we might be on our holiday break until the new year. This could,
do one during the week
or we could do it on Christmas Day.
I'm off. Yeah, I'm off the 22nd through the 26th. I'm off, so we can do it any day, during the daytime. No
Christmas
problem.
Eve show. That would be fun.
Probably not.
Yeah, I would.
I got to watch Home Alone 2. I'm sorry, Don.
Okay.
Oh, it's a tradition.
I watch Gremlins for Christmas. That's my favorite.
It's a nice, depressing show. That's a typical Jew show. They're like, yeah, burn that Santa dad alive. I watched that the other night and I forgot that. It's like, in the middle, you're like, oh God, so depressing.
Well, that part is, but the rest of the movie's delightful.
Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out. Maybe the 23rd daytime or something like that with the show.
Yeah.
Very.
All right, that works. I'll be sitting at the pool somewhere doing it.
Ooh, well then.
Poolside. Cool.
You're gonna be down in Florida way, Rico. All right,
sir.
It was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved it.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!